Hello, my name is Chelsea Flaherty, and this is the poem that I wrote for my ethnic studies final. It's called Not Forgotten. I am a woman, but kind of like to dress like a man. It makes more sense that women wear the pants. I got in an accident when I was 16. As a result, the left side of my body has lost some of its feelings. Got off the Oxycontins, now I have this thing with lots of long, lonely walks, getting stuck upon thoughts and talking too much. Got trained to teach yoga, the kind that's hot. And I make music sometimes, though you'd probably want to turn it off. And I create art too, though somebody probably already came up with this concept. I like racist and sexist comedy. I think it's important to laugh about such a sensitive topic. Nonetheless, I like to fall asleep to heavy metal, wake up before the sun rises. I say goodbye, you say hello. I'm pretty sure that I might be shallow, raised by a village, though, who taught me about respect, and I go on road trips looking for home, looking for what it is I'm running from, perhaps not getting away with being young and dumb, articulations of hate, calculated conclusions if I stay, and all I can see is a future of confusion, lack of appreciation, and boredom. Might be love. I don't know yet, but all of this has given me some time to reflect, and I have found that with all due respect, it makes way more sense that women wear the pants. The Scots got it with their kilts. I have grown 3 avocado trees, know how to make soup and pancakes out of acorn seeds, and I eat sugar cookie dough when my belly's hurting, and I know how to make a great cup of joe. And just so you know, this isn't an ad for dating. I wasn't raised religiously, barely went to church, though I was saved by my Christian cousins when I was too young to know the difference. I was introduced to the Hindu faith when I started practicing yoga. Oh, I feel like the Buddha when I shave my cranium, and I like the story Siddhartha. It's about where Buddhism comes from. Samsara, life cycles, detached, empty. I like that in the Dark Ages, Muslims didn't burn all the pages in their books, and I like to burn sage like the Native Americans, and I like to burn CDs too, but I'm not sure that has to do with ethnicity. Maybe it's a spirituality thing or something, and when I fasted once for 6 days, I felt higher, and I was having more fun than everyone. Maybe I should get into Rastafarianism if love is my religion. I am an indigo child, procrastinating perfectionist, generation you owe me X, cleaning up the baby boomers' messes. My hair and eyes are hazel, going either which way. It changes daily depending on what I'm wearing or saying. I'm not white. I'm white, not invisible. I'm pinkish, not clear, though you can see veins in my legs if I didn't get tan that year. And why aren't there any black people here? My skin turns red when I'm in the summer rays. Hate to be cold, but I love to wear layers. I'm covered in freckles that come and go as they please, just like me. Not sure if they should be causing alarm. There might be cancer growing in those things. It looks like there's a constellation covering me. Caucasoid, ignorant, uninformed, privileged, middle-class mask, coffins made of class and glass, daddy's girl, spoiled, aura, floating, light, blind, bored by war, pale, bluish, useless, dumb blonde, dead fish wand, dark circles under eyes, too thin made for the cover of a magazine, tall, preservation of my kind of beauty, 10 pants, negative 10 breast, what size would you like? Stop talking about my mosquito bites, prude. Rude, white, honky cracker, lack of color, cold, Hallie, but I know what you really mean when you say that I'm breathtaking. Maybe I'm special because I can say the alphabet backwards. Pandora's box, big bitch, little dyke, gay means happy. A nigger is a bad person, but you can't say it if you aren't black. Faggot means smoke. It is the only way you can feel good about yourself is turning people into jokes. Single, bowls of noodles, size 11 shoe, coffee, blonde and sweet, just like me, whiskey in my toddy. You see, ethnicity is more than skin deep. And would you say that in front of me, really, alligator lady, silly, chilly, cray-cray, insane in the membrane, and no, my name doesn't end with an A, but it still means Brickport. I act like I'm 13, fake hot. Flamin' hot Cheetos, ulcers, aloe vera juice, and I'm liberated by knowing that I don't need to give you proof. Been to the promised land and I didn't know what it was worth. Been to the future, it's in our hands. Been to the forgotten New Orleans, still stands. Jazz in the streets, musicians listening for food to eat, Cajun speak. Been forgotten, gotten lost in the back of my own hand. Been to where fireworks explode in the sand, where you can see the reflection of them in the ocean. I've even been to hell. Some people call it heaven. Black man tells me I'm brave for talking to him. Best friend says she doesn't need protection. She's not a lesbian. Latin man likes that I'm talking Spanish to him, but doesn't want me to take his job from him. Afghan man wants me to stop watching him, to stop calling him a Muslim. Indians giving their prayers to hair extensions. Asian man wants me to stop making examples of him. Original inhabitants told to go back to where they came from. Standardized perfection, road to hell, paved with good intention. Level set, globalized, miniaturized, third eye, hypnotized, signs of beauty products covering AIDS-infested streets, kids in jails for trying to tell me our shared reality is just humanity trying to conquer all the kingdoms again. But hey friend, I have white skin. What's the difference between you and me again? I can touch my tongue to my nose, can make a clover with it too. I'm guessing it's because of my Irish roots. Nazi, bad cop, pig, witch. Please don't mention the KKK again. They hung me last time for being a God-loving black man, this time for being a white pagan woman. It's taken me over 6 years to get my AA, and still I am afraid I may not graduate. Took too much speed. Now sometimes inside my mind I feel old and gray. You remind me of my grandfather, a girl said to me in a bar one day, and I haven't gotten straight A's since I was in middle school. When you know everything, you can imagine nothing, though, and it's a hard lesson that one should only have to learn once. That is, how bad it feels to hurt someone, even if that person is yourself. Get your inner child off the golden shelf. Let them go play, so they and you can be yourselves. Instinct comes from wisdom, comes from innocent not knowing you're dumb. What if you only shine when you're working for someone? Expiration date, don't be late, under pressure, like a diamond that people search through dirt and soot for. You mean the kind that when they find one in the poor worker's pocket, they'll cut off a finger or their whole hand for it? Not worth it to be that perfect. I'm insecure, use too many words, lots to learn. I look like a worm, but could be a butterfly if I tried. I said I'd do it before I died. Don't worms just move dirt? Aren't you thinking of a caterpillar? When I'm mad, my dog growls, but she gets scared when the wind howls, and the book of my life has been banned from the archives. Maybe nobody can see me because I'm just so white. I mean, nice. Ethnicity might have something to do with the food you eat. Maybe it's a bit about the culture you seek. Probably connected to the language you speak. Has way too much to do with public policy, though ironically civil and women's rights movements do not get enough federal funding. It's a nice paycheck, though. How far would you go? Would you change? Did Michael Jackson's song stay the same when he switched races? And Joan Rivers' jokes were just as good even though she switched faces. Not in the business of profiting from our mistakes, and denial isn't a river in Egypt. A rose by any other name. I don't know what Shakespeare was saying, though, 'cause some grow and are used for perfume, and others to pick and place and look at in a room. And ones that once bloomed red came back a mellow yellow after many moons, recalls my mother, speaking of roses she'd grown. Life the game, this ride is fine. Where are all the flying cars? And you said we'd get time travel this time. Didn't we make it to space? People trying to find ways to divide and monopolize my time. Right in two, saying yours is more important than mine because I'm white? Or is it because there's nothing to do about the fact that inside we are all blue, but blood translates into red when it mixes with oxygen, no matter what the person's skin color is, and you can't tell your skin to scab, but it does. It's a defense mechanism, and it's miraculous. In conclusion, just so that there's no confusion, we're going back to the beginning again. If I were a man, I think it would make more sense to wear a dress, but since I'm a woman, I think it makes more sense that women wear pants. Furthermore, we are all here because two people had sex. We are all technically both a man and a woman. Dividing something in half is the same as multiplying it by 2, so don't forget to wear protection, folks, if you don't think that the world is ready for another version of you. My answers to your questions that you didn't ask me could be wrong. Pardon me, I only know how to crawl. For my assumptions really assume the position that to you I am something other than American, as if that's a bad thing. I grew up on this land, and they forgot about fracking on the ballot this year. I guess it's more important we worry about aborting fetuses here, because if we have fire coming out of our faucets, we're really going to want babies near. And my affections, they're good enough for who? You'll make your way through. You know what to do. Just learn to be there for you. I'll even send you a prayer or two. Nobody really cares, you say? Well, I want to meet this nobody today. I knew I'd recognize that face. Look in the mirror. It's clear. It's okay. I'm not going anywhere. Scared is a lot like sacred. Ready to split? Not going to hurt a bit, I promise. If you put yourself in someone else's shoes, does that mean you see everything as a reflection of you? You learn that you don't have to lie to yourself all the time. If you disagree with me, it's true. It may not be true. Nothing to do. That choice has been left up to you. But be aware that being aware of yourself means not experiencing being. And remember to say, remember, not don't forget. And to always take a big, deep breath. And to forgive real quick. It's just the beginning. It takes the beginning. It's just the beginning. Oh, you're in real deep. Human hands are some of the hardest parts to draw. Your mistakes, they are what it takes to be great. Be careful before agreeing with the conclusions that you come to, because it's not me you're accepting or rejecting, it's you. File, edit, save, copy, fin, turn in, learn to love and trust again.